We've now learned the FBI is actively investigating mysterious sightings of car-sized drones flying over several New Jersey towns. The nightly sightings have been happening for weeks in at least 2 counties west of Manhattan. Take a close look at this.
Melissa Kasilniak took this cell phone video Wednesday night from her home in Chatham in Morris County. She says that large object with the flashing red and green lights was hovering just above her neighbors.
There's so many things in the sky right now. Look at them. Look at all these up here. Look how close they are to each other. No way. Not 3 all in the same spot. Look, there's another one coming down. And look, to the left, coming to the right, just out of frame, up there. Yep. Not to mention all the ones over here. There's 2 behind here. Yeah, look.
You can imagine why it's unnerving for folks on the ground, but at times the drones have been spotted near sensitive areas too, including a military facility and President-elect Donald Trump's golf course. We're joined now by Joshua School. He's a former FBI Executive Assistant Director for Intelligence. He's also the president of BowWave. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. We appreciate the time. Law enforcement so far has not publicly identified these drones, but John Kirby, the National Security Council spokesperson, was asked about this at the White House. Here are his remarks.
We have no evidence at this time that the reported drone sightings pose a national security or a public safety threat, or have a foreign nexus.
How is it that you go about determining where these drones are coming from if they're evading any opportunity for detection?
When they're attempting to evade for detection, obviously people, if there are drones there, are seeing them. I think John Kirby also said that many of these things are believed to be manned vehicles versus unmanned drones. So I think the determination with the federal government, which is not just the FBI, but the FAA, I know the Coast Guard is looking at this, looking at flight patterns, will be very key to trying to determine out what this is and what it is not.
They have avoided radar detection, and they appear to be operating at night, and they've turned their lights off to try to avoid police helicopters when approached. I wonder what that tells you about their capabilities.
Well, I think that drone technology is advancing every day. Obviously, we use them, American military uses them, law enforcement uses them, and there are more commercially available, higher powered drones available to regular citizens. I think this needs to get uncovered. If I was living in New Jersey, I would be concerned. I think their investigations also take time. If in fact that they're trying to evade detection, if they're doing something that is near a military installation, no doubt DOD is also very concerned. So if all of this is happening and it's corroborated, there will be technical means for which you could track these vehicles.
What are the risks of having drones surveilling critical infrastructure or points of interest like Trump's golf course?
Well, certainly, getting a bird's eye view, if you're looking to do something nefarious, and having the ability to see and map out what is that facility, whether it's the President-elect's golf course, whether it's a military installation, all would have to be met with what are you trying to accomplish. But it certainly gives you a very vast amount of information off of that bird's eye view, and it's something that, as I mentioned earlier, that DOD, our military, our law enforcement use regularly.
I do wonder, as at least one federal lawmaker has suggested, could you just shoot these drones out of the sky if they're flying over sensitive areas?
So that has been a long debate. If you go back several years, Boris, where somebody flew a drone that landed on the White House lawn. How did it get there? How was it tracked? How do we allow that to happen? Unfortunately, in the United States, unlike in war, if you shoot a drone down, it's gonna land somewhere and potentially cause more damage. And right now, based on all available reporting, no one has reported anything that's armed. Now that's still concerning because they're saying there's no threat. But how do you know there's no threat if you don't know much about it?
Yeah, that's an important point. Josh School, we have to leave the conversation there. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.